Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to be going over 21 different items you can sell on eBay and Poshmark in 2025. I'm excited to show you guys some of the items that sold. I'm particularly excited about Poshmark because in 2024, for the most part, Poshmark was pretty much dead, and now consistently I've been getting more. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm very glad that Poshmark is actually working out for me. So the first couple items are going to be from Poshmark. The first one right here is going to be Fox Racing 360 Technique pants. These are vintage and they sold for $40, and of course on Poshmark the shipping is always priority for clothing, so that was very easy. A hack that you guys can do is you're able to use the priority flat rates for Poshmark shipping. It actually states that in the bottom of the label. So if you have a lot of those flat rate boxes and you don't know what to do with them and you're too lazy to take them to the post office, if you sell on Poshmark, you can actually use them to ship. So that's what I've been doing. Once I deplete my stock of those boxes, I'm probably just going to keep a limited quantity and not go all out. Regardless, very happy with the sale. The next one right here is this Nike Air Max 90 white university blue. These sold for $50. They actually took a while to sell on eBay, so I had cross-listed them to Poshmark and they sold within a day or two. So very happy overall with that. A lot of shoes just depends on if you get the right customer to come by. If you do cross-post, it does help broaden the customer base, so you might be able to sell the shoe faster. But again, it just takes the right buyer to come by. So very happy with this one as well. I think I had about $11 into this. Build-A-Bear. So this Build-A-Bear plush leprechaun dress, St. Patrick's Day, sold for $30. People forget that on Poshmark you can sell other things, not just clothing. A lot of the plush and stuffed animals I do cross-post to Poshmark because I've noticed they tend to do pretty well over there. $30, had $5 into it. Last one for Poshmark right here. If you're not familiar with Roosevelt's, one you need to keep an eye out for, this is what the tag looks like. If you see RSVLTS, that's a pretty indication that it's going to be a good clothing item find. This one right here is a little bit more rare, $55 for it, and it's sold on Poshmark. On eBay, no bites, but on Poshmark, someone decided to buy it. So very happy overall with this one as well. And like I said, Poshmark has been doing very well for me, so I'm very surprised on the progress and hope the train keeps going on 2025.
I like money.
Now onto eBay, where I do most of my selling. A lot of the items, sell on Mercari, Poshmark, even Depop, but the majority of them sell on eBay. So it's still my main platform, and we're starting off with this vintage Yadro dancer. This one I got at a swap meet for $3. It was kind of crazy. The main reason that it was so cheap is because if you look at her hand, it's chipped. So I think she's like a $60 figure, maybe $50, but I still got $40 for it, so very happy with that. This is a bolo, if you're not aware. Sonic Boom 12-inch Talking Hedgehog Tomy plush sold $59.99, so $60 full price, sold within a day of listing. This one right here didn't talk, it was untested, battery inside was depleted. Had I tested it, it worked. You're talking about more about $100. Sonic Boom is just very rare. A lot of the plushes, especially if you get Amy is worth a ton. Very happy with this one, and now I know on my Rolodex to keep Sonic Boom, I know to pick it up. Another bolo right here, South Pole jeans. These ones are blue baggy wide leg and they're faded. The fade is right here. These sold for $90. I sent out offers, a counter offer with $90 and I accepted. There's the label. The tag you want to look out for is this red tab with this label in the back. That means it's vintage. This one in particular would have done better if it was black, but blue still sells pretty well, and I keep the South Pole in my Rolodex now. Just if I ever see it, I know to look for that fade and that label. There's no secret that video games sell. This Nintendo NES Classic Edition sold for $69.99 full price within the day of listing. Some video game stuff sell fast, some takes a long time. It really depends on what you have. Classic editions usually do pretty well, and if you have a couple controllers with it, it tends to sell pretty fast.
I gotta have more. I gotta have more.
I made a rule to always pick up these Nike Salute to Arms jackets and hoodies and sweaters. They usually tend to sell pretty fast and for good money. So this one right here I paid, I think at the swap meet, about $5 and sold it for $30, so very happy with that. Cool design, and they have some team, like this one was the Chargers. So if you see Salute to Arms and it's like a hoodie or something and you can get it cheap, I would pick it up. Bolo right here, I've been sharing in this channel that I've been finding a lot of swim trunks. They're usually very cheap and people normally ignore them. Billabong X Primo Beer Hawaii Special Edition sold for $30. Send out offers, they accepted. I think I had about $5 into it, so pretty good flip. And again, people sleep on the swim trunks. I know it's not summertime, but I'm still selling swim trunks in the wintertime. So they sell all year round, especially if it's a limited edition like this one. It's a special edition. It's definitely worth a look if you're there already. These ones do very well. This Nike Sportswear Tech Fleece 1.0 jogger sold for $40. I send offers and they counted with 40. I accepted. These Nike Tech Fleece, you usually want to look for these zippers on the side. That's usually indication that they're going to be Tech Fleece. And if you're in doubt, you can always look at the label, which is right here. This is the style number, this is the color code. Usually if you type that into eBay, it'll spit out, you know, if it's Tech Fleece or not. So depending on what Tech Fleece version it is, it does even better. But these ones were very good. I'm very happy with the sale. This one took a long time to sell. So you see September 14th, 2024. This TaylorMade A-Burner A&P iron sold for $50. So they've been listed for a while. And this person messaged me that they wanted just the A and not the P. And I said, you know, I'm trying to sell them as a set. I already sold all the other ones for good money. So these ones I paid, I think I had $5 into both of these. And $50 was a fair offer, so I accepted, and they've been delivered, and he's been happy. So I'm just glad to get out of my inventory. And if you ever see TaylorMade, especially like kind of like this or this generic style, does better. I'm no golf expert though, so please look up on your own. If I see TaylorMade and it usually looks like this, it tends to be pretty good. Nutcracker, this rare Erzgebirge Volkens. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, it's a German nutcracker. And this is a duck hunter, sold for $40. They sent me an offer and I accepted. These nutcrackers, especially if you look at the bottom, which I'll show you right here, it's stamped original Erzgebirge. I don't know how to say that word. But anyways, if it's stamped like that, or if it says Steinbach or something like that, it's gonna be pretty good. Indicator that it's from Germany. So if you see that, definitely pick it up. It's a good nutcracker. Some of these smaller ones tend to be like 20, 30. This one was surprising that it actually sold for that much. And the reason it was surprising even more so is because his spear was broken. Had his spear not been broken, you know, maybe you're talking another $10 to $15. But happy overall. I think I had $5 into it.
Money, 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 money.
This Riga 24-volt high performance motor upgrade kit sold for $175. So it was listed for a day or two, and this person sent me the offer and I couldn't say no. I'm very happy with that. Not the greatest flip, but there's other stuff from this buy that I got that should be getting me more of my money back and in the profit. I'm not sure if the video is going to be out by the time I post this. I think it's going to work out. It's just going to take time. Another bolo. So like I mentioned before, notice that a lot of people sleep on the shorts and the pants. More of the shorts than anything, because I'm often looking for the jeans or looking for tees or jackets, and because those are a lot easier to see and find. The shorts a lot of times get overlooked, and this one is no question about it. This one right here is a Slunks. Let me zoom in. If you see this tag, it's gonna be good. Slunks, you're talking $75, $100 shorts, which is ridiculous in my opinion, but I will definitely sell it if I find it again. These ones right here I had $5 into, and they sold for $45, so very good flip right there. And I heard Slunks somewhere. I watched it on YouTube. I don't know, someone mentioned it, but other than that one YouTuber, I've never seen anyone else mention Slunks. So if you see them, definitely pick them up. Another item here that's clothing is Eileen Fisher Organic Linen Cotton Slub Sweater, sold for full price of $59.99. Very happy, and this was new without tags, and how I knew that is because Eileen Fisher has these little strings where they keep the tag attached, and it looked unworn, and with that on, I don't think someone would wear that with that on there. If you see Eileen Fisher, which is just a generic black label like this, if you see Eileen Fisher, it's gonna be good, especially if it's new. It does even better. So if you see that, definitely pick it up. And I'm usually looking at the sweaters now just to see if I find more Eileen Fisher. This sold in the past, and a previous sold, and it sold again. So what happened was they returned it saying that, I don't know, the memory card slot didn't work or something, and it actually did. So a lot of times I think people lie and just say something just so they would return it, because before I didn't take returns, and in 2025 I'm now accepting returns. Maybe now they're not gonna lie or whatever, but this one sold again. I tested it when I returned. Camera, memory card, everything worked fine, so I relisted it and it sold for $80. Very happy, and I got positive feedback already. So I'm pretty sure the other person was just having issues with the memory card that they had, or they're just having buyer's remorse. But still, Sony Cybershots are very good. If you ever see them, look up the model. They can do very, very well. Alpine Stars are very, very good boots. This one right here is the Tech 10. This sold for $75. The reason I accepted the $75 because these were very worn, and in the bottom, as you can see, these were pretty worn, and I mean, obviously they're still in fairly good condition, but they were just very worn. So I accepted the offer of $75. I think I had like $15 to $10 into it. So very happy with the flip. And if you ever see this little logo, keep an eye out for, especially if it's motocross gear. This Effect Veiler DREV EN002 Ultimate Rare sold for $89. It was listed for a while. I had a couple of people message me that if I would take 60 or 50. The main reason that people didn't want to pay the full price is because this little blemish right here on the card, it was just like a misprint or something, and people wanted the perfect card, probably to grade or whatever. But it's a very beautiful card. I almost kept it. Usually if it's past a year and no one's bought it, I tend to keep it. So if it came to September 2025, I probably would have kept it, but still very good profit. I bought a big lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff person at a convention. I paid $500 for it. This is just a part of it, and I mean, I have no doubt I'm going to be making my money back in the profit on that buy. This baseball glove was a home run. It saved the day for me at the estate sale, other than the DS. This vintage Rawlings Heart of the Hide right hand 11-inch Pro H glove sold for full price of $124.99, and this was during the windstorm that was here in California. Actually, part of the reason why I wasn't uploading a lot during January is because of the windstorms. Unable to list on eBay either, so it was hurting my sales. And then this sale came through that day, and it made my day for me. So very happy overall. If you see Made in USA on the glove, especially Pro H, it's going to be very good. This is the second glove I sold for Rawlings, and this is the most expensive glove I've sold. Another item right here is this Birdwell Beach Breeches board shorts, sold for $40, which is a crazy amount for used shorts. If you want to look for this label, and of course the back label, Birdwell Beach Breeches. And if you see hats, they also sell pretty well. This one right here is very good, and again, a lot of people ignore the swim trunks. A lot of people do. A lot of people ignore the shorts. People just don't want to look through them. So take advantage of their laziness and make some money. And that's what I do with the shorts. And I'm so glad that I actually, learned a lot more about the shorts, and I actually sell them consistently every day now. So very happy with this one. But the best sale I've had, and also during the windstorm, was this one. This ESV Omega Thin Line Reference Edition Bible Goat Skin Crossway sold for $214.99 full price. And again, this was during the windstorm. I wasn't able to list, so I was very nervous. I thought that my listings were going to be horrible, and actually to know, after the windstorm, my sales have decreased. I have no idea it was because I missed those days of listing and eBay's punishing me, or just the items I'm listing. I don't know. But regardless, this Bible saved the day for me that day, and it's just one of the most incredible flips I've ever had for Bibles, and this is the most expensive Bible I've ever sold. Had $5 into it at the thrift store, as you saw in one of those videos I posted. Exciting. If you ever see a Bible that looks fancy, it doesn't hurt to look it up and see if it's worth money. Another reseller had this in their hand, and they put it back down. Because they left it, we were able to find it and buy it. So very happy overall with this one. It's a beautiful Bible. Gilded edges and everything. It's very good in cosmetic condition, and the box is just fancy. It just overall looks very fancy and high-end. That's why I determined it was going to be a good one. Like always, remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys.